Alright, welcome back once again to another edition of kind of an unboxing, although there's no box here. I promise you, this one here will be a short one. I do not want to make this a very long issue here. But, I mean, again, this is a perfect example of something that I bought this, by the way, from Crutchfield, just so you know where I got it. But this is the perfect example of I didn't know what I was getting until I got here. And so again, I make this video hoping that if you're out there researching this, you actually find this and you say, oh, that's what that thing looks like. That's what it does. That's, blah, blah, blah. So again, not really a box to unbox, but this is what it is. All right, so what is it, by the way? It is a speaker baffles, or they call them speaker bowls or speaker cups. These give the best sound while protecting your speaker investment. Protects speakers, seals out moistures, improves sounds, enhances audio performance. This is made by Boom Mat Thermal Acoustical Control. Again, they call them speaker baffles, but you're going to probably commonly hear them called speaker cups, speaker bowls, whatever. This one here is part number 050330, speaker baffles 6.5 round in a pair, and it looks like 7 by 7 by 3.5. So 7 by 7 by 3.5 deep is what they're claiming that these things are, and you can see that they're like a foam. A must-have for any speaker install, mount speaker in baffle to supercharge your speakers. Don't forget speaker upgrade kit to complete your installation. So I would imagine what you're going to want to do is you're going to, like wherever you put your speakers, you're going to put Boom Mat. What else is there? There's Modigit. There's what's the one popular one? I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a butyl rubber mat that you, Dynamat, there it is. Dynamat that you put, and that just keeps your metal from rattling and all that. Then you take this and you stick it in the hole where you just made the cut, and then you take the speaker and you place it right on top of this and smash this. And this just keeps everything from vibrating, and it also keeps the acoustical of the speaker itself. It's like a sealed box almost. Like, instead of a ported box, you almost got like a sealed box now. And I don't know. How well does it work? I'm not sure. But why am I getting it? Well, I've got that 65 F100. And what I'm planning on doing is where the fresh air on a 65 F100, right down there on the kick panel, there is an actual door that you can open up. And that is where the fresh air comes in and it blows at your feet, when you're driving down the highway, because remember, they didn't have air conditioning back then. So that's how you got fresh air in to kind of keep yourself, quote, cool, right? And that is, I'm going to be taking that out because I'm going to be putting an aftermarket air conditioning and heater in. And so I will take that out because I will no longer use that. If I want fresh air, I'm just going to roll my window down. And I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to actually cut that hole more round and put the 6.5 inch speakers in that location right there. Now, since it is fresh air, right, the back of the speaker will actually be exposed to anything that gets into that fresh air intake right there in front of the windshield. So if it rains in there, it's actually going to rain in there. The water could go in there. It could drip over, and it could splash on the back of the speaker. Well, enter this speaker baffle or speaker cup or whatever you want to call it. You stick that there, and I'm assuming, I don't know, like maybe you poke a small hole down here on the bottom and you poke the wire up through and you plug it in, to the speaker on the downward side. That way everything can drip downward. And that's what I'm assuming here. It doesn't really, yeah, there we go. A little picture, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that the wire's coming up through the bottom. So apparently you have to poke a hole through the bottom here, run the speaker wire through it. And then you just, you take the speaker itself, you plug it in, you mount it, and you know, screw it on there, and ta-da, you've got now this speaker baffle, and you also have protection from, you know, rain, moisture, snow, whatever. And because that's the other thing about my F100 right now, I actually do have visual indication. I can see that the fender well it's got holes in it. You can literally see the rust has gone through. I need to fix that, and so in the meantime, I'm going to put these in there to make sure that if any, you know, rocks, which, you know, would be very small rock, because the holes are very small, but you can see the daylight is what I'm saying. And any moisture that would come off of the tires, if they get sprayed up in there, it will not directly spray to the back of the speaker. And then, of course, once I get all that stuff fixed, well, then I will have these there just for the purpose of, you know, sound baffles, speaker baffles, which it makes sense. I mean, it should keep it from vibrating onto the metal, and they look kind of cool. So, if you've ever wanted to know what these are about, what they look like, what they're made out of, there's some sort of, you know, kind of a flexible, you know, foam here, rubberized foam or something. I don't know exactly what kind of foam we call this. It ain't styrofoam, but it is like a foam texture, and that's what they are. Maybe you're hearing about it for the first time right now, because this is the first time I'm going to use these. I only found out about them because, again, I was on Crutchfield, and I was just like, look, I know I have, you know, daylight showing through. I know that I'm going to have fresh air going to the back of the speaker. How am I going to keep the moisture off? How am I going to keep them from getting dirty? How am I going to keep them protected from the back side? And I don't know how. I guess I just went over to like accessories, speakers accessories, and bang, there they were. And I was like, oh, cool, right there. And then I told the lady when I called and ordered the speakers, I said, hey, give me some speaker cups that fit those 6.5-inch speakers, and she sent these. So I didn't really have to go looking for the size or nothing. She just did it for me, and I did actually trial fit, and they do fit. So that's what we're going to use. All right, like, subscribe, rumble, 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 and again, keep coming back, because I'm always going to have just all kinds of things from you know, product reviews, unboxing. You know, my engine project, my car project, my truck project, everything. And, you know, work too, by the way. This is the weekend, and believe me, I needed this weekend. It's been a long week, and it's going to get even longer in the next couple months, just because summer's ramping up and construction season's coming, and I got a lot of demand right now. So that's just the way that is. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. Obviously, if we're in demand, that's a good thing, right? All right. Thanks again. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.